Well, now looks like a good time to start. How's it going, everyone? It has been a minute. We'll switch over to here real quick. I hope you all are doing well this evening, morning, or afternoon, wherever you are. I am doing good. Did a little bit of painting on another thing I'm working on. Trying to practice up my green stuff skills and skin colors. But we are, as the title says, we're going to continue doing this 2,000 point Space Marine list that I've worked on for so long. I know the end's in sight. In reality, this and the tank are the biggest models that need the most work. This one's been pretty much, what do I want to say, like 95% done? Yeah, I'll say a solid 75. Solid 75. What's up, Octopus? Good to see you here. What I'm hoping to complete today is both Marines completely done. Figured I just gotta do speed paint with both of them, so they will be done. And then this guy, or the actual vehicle itself, I'm going to touch up where I peeled off some paint with my hand. I'm going to do that with my lightest green, and then I'm going to do edge highlighting on it. And then move over to the metallics, which I think usually always take me longest. What's up, Clownfish? Let's see, which brush do I need today? Let's try this one. This one might work. What I'm trying to do. What do I want to do first? Do I want to finish the Marines? Yeah, let's do the Marines first. Can everyone hear me okay? I realized recently that my computer made my audio be a lot quieter. I set it back to what I normally do, but I don't know if it changed it again or not. I could probably check that real quick, but I'm being... Oh, I can do it later. Okay, well, that's good to know. I'm glad I can be heard loud and clear. I always fear that with the music being loud, that I'm not heard that well. But obviously I know most of y'all are here for the music anyway, so... where is my... Speed paint orange? It's not that one. Looking for silver caps. Ah, there it is. Found it. How's it going, Hi How? I hope you're doing well, man. Been seeing what you've been posting. Looks like exciting stuff. Excuse me. Okay, we're gonna throw this down. Do I gotta clean it? No, luckily I don't. I made a mistake recently. I didn't realize my magic blue dropper was actually filling paint. I couldn't tell. Then all of a sudden, my whole cap was up to like the rim. And I had to find as many models as possible to paint without wasting a bunch of paint. And I'm like, I didn't have enough models, so I wasted more paint than I like. I dislike wasting paint. If that isn't already obvious. How many times have I said paint this one entire moment? But there we go. I'm not sure how I can help with that, but that That is definitely not a good middle ground. I'm trying to think if you can only look online or if you can look... Honestly, asking some, like, 3D printing groups, or if you talk... Like, your okay, my local game store has a Discord, and then there's a group of players that have their own little Discord, and I'm in both. And I've seen people ask, like, hey, does anyone have, like, a 3D sculpt of, like, this that I can print off? I will admit, I do chuckle at it. Like, that's Slanesh. Like, Slanesh is... Obviously, the highest quality stuff is what you're gonna find, because people want to be, like, very perfect with what they're doing. I'm a little bit curious on, like, the low-end quality stuff, but then maybe that's the people that are just starting out. Good. Well, some news. There might be miniatures that are free for Inferno. You found a website that turned art into 3D miniatures. Oh, nice! There's the quality. Yeah, how's that going? I know you haven't really talked much about it. I know you've been... I think you said you've been busy with some other stuff and all that. I should probably do black over this. This is going to be one of those... Darn. I kind of wish I didn't hit that little spot blue, because I can actually see my mistake. Oh, yay. This might actually get some proper orange on it, as much as I didn't want to pull out the acrylics. How's it going, coffee? And nice. It's good to hear, Clownfish. Oh, I ran into a bit of a problem yesterday. So, I had some models that I want to prime. And my usual place... it gets about over 100 degrees in the summer, that I'm like, the place that I'm able to prime my models. My little workshop, I haven't been there because of it, and I was like, okay, I'll prime some models, and all that, and I realized I got this, like, weird fuzzy-ish texture on them after priming. I looked it up, turns out the paint was drying before it even got onto the model. So, 5 models... Actually, 4 of the models that I've completely primed, I have to now strip of the primer and redo. Luckily, I had another 4 ready to go today and got those primed and dry brushed. And I'm going to work on those on my off time. Inferno was in limbo, trying to remake the rules because they were bad, really bad. So most of your work of it is in mine, and there's no such to talk about. Fair. I feel like stuff like that's always going to get a bunch of revisions over and over again. I mean, there's always a rough draft for everything. As long as you're able to get, like, your general ideas down and out, and you can practice and kind of see how it turns out, then I think that would work. Yeah. No, at least they're primed, and I do have, like, more primed. I can easily take off the primer and redo it, and I got 2 more models that I gotta finish putting together properly before I can prime them. I'm trying not to have a whole bunch of unfinished models sitting on the shelf. I'm trying to be better about finishing stuff before I start a new project. It's really tough because I'm getting to the point where it's like, I want to move on to something new because I have these here, and they've been sitting on the shelf for a while. But then I look at the other, like, 5 or so projects that are on my desk and be like, oh yeah, those still need to be done. Like, y'all remember the Trader Guardsmen I worked on a while ago? Those are still sitting on the desk here, like, unfinished, and they're close to being done. I just lost motivation to do them. So now I'm like, I just gotta get some stuff done and painted. I look forward to seeing that clownfish. Cool. So we're actually done with the orange. I hate that it's been wasted. Oh wait. Oh, I am being a bit of a fool. Do I have any white paint left over? I do! I'm gonna steal that white paint. How's it going, Jack? Yeah, I'm gonna take that white paint. I should have done this before. That is on me. We're gonna try our best to mine that, or cover that up. It's gonna be really thin layers. I'm gonna have to actually get some proper white and do that, huh? Yeah. Yeah, I am. Oh, I feel that. I went through my own little one this past weekend. The game's called Smoke and Powder. It takes place in the mid-17th century. But smoke full. Oh, but where it's fully monsters being taken over the world, and now people like to live and get away from smoke. Oh, is it similar to like the Mist? There's a horror book made by Stephen King called The Mist, where the military like does some stuff and it opens a portal and this mist flows out, and then there's these creatures that live inside the mist, and it's a decent book from what I heard. There's a movie out too. Sounds similar to that. That's good to hear. Good to hear that high. Sup, AR? Let's lay that. Yeah, we've had a few people come into streams here and there. I think we're getting like more and more people. We're doing well, Corrupted. We're doing well. Oh, I appreciate y'all who were there for the Zomboid stream. I know it's not my usual content, but I'd like to at least do some gaming here and there on the channel, and I like trying with my friends. I always think they're way more entertaining than I am, depending on the topic and all that stuff. Sup, Taylor? Now again, like I said, I know it's not the normal content, but it's just something I want to do every once in a while. As a little treat to myself. Not that this isn't already a little treat to myself. I can sit there. I'm going to take this Grim Black and give it a good little shake. Thank you. I got to do a little bit of work to it to fix it. Some of the paint chipped off because it was still wet or on too thin. So where I've touched it, it's kind of pulled away. So I gotta do something to make that not happen or add some new paint now. And yeah, there we go. We are no army here. I think it's just more people in the workshop. That's how I look at it. Just more people entering the workshop. Oh, I should have let that dry before adding another layer on, but I can deal with it. Today's actually a really nice day. It is raining a little bit now. Got that cool rain air coming in. I should have done the black first. I would have, because then any mistakes I could have covered. Oh, I'm being risky. No. No, I don't think it does. Not very exciting stuff, but very recently I worked on some little statues I want to use for terrain. I found some D&D minis. I'm not sure if they're D&D. I'm not sure what they're from. But two, like, very holy-like statues. Or at least I'm making them into statues. I primed them black, then gold. And then I hit them with, I think it was Agrath Earthshade, which I see why a lot of people like it. Gave it a very nice, well patinaed gold look. So when I play my personal games, I wanna make like a statue stand somewhere for these. You'd be like, they sit in the center, and then now with 11th, it's like you're fighting over terrain. If I had like a sister's army or some other, I mean in general I guess any army could, but those statues are like relics that either Chaos is trying to destroy or someone's trying to defend. I thought that would be really cool. All good, hi. I hope the rest of your evening goes well, and I hope all your future projects go well. I look forward to seeing them in the future. Excuse me. I think I made a little bit of a mistake. Yeah. Nice. I don't think we have many sports fans here, but for those that are, or at least in general, okay, the point I'm trying to get to is the World Cup is finally over. I'm not normally a sports fan, but I did watch the final match, and I'm going to say congratulations to Spain. I missed like 3/4 of the game, but it looked good all the way through. It was really cool to see all the Europeans and people from other countries come here to the US and like experience what we got going on. It felt like we all got a lot closer as a world because of it. Codfish, I was looking through your local game store yesterday and had like a 25-year-old model. Ooh. What was the mod? 25 years old. Jeez. Excuse me. That's a mid-90s model. Ooh, I'm curious. Yeah, I saw that too. Actually, there was another VTuber, or there was a VTuber that was like, every time they would support a country, that country would lose. So then it's like they started supporting the opposite team, I think. Ooh. Few old of the Rings stuff. You mean Lord of the Rings? How's it going, Grim? Ando, good to see you here. You'll have to tell us how Half-Life is. I never played Half-Life. I've heard good things about it, but I'm also like... Yeah, you like it? It's Army... It is Army Painter Black. I did some priming today, and I held the models in my hand. You've done pretty well on that night so far, Grim. I've been very impressed with the amount of work and detail you put into it. That's another army I want to work on. I want to get my knights finished. I really do, but I don't know like how soon or how much I can do. I still think you gotta do some smoke effect at some point. Oh, that will be cool, the fabric and chains. And just like that, it all blends together. I don't know. I don't do smoke effects often. Well, I've never actually done smoke effects. We talked before. I think my suggestion was like dry ice you could do. One of those. The word is, I think my brain. Little like steam humidifiers that throw like water vapor in the air. It doesn't have to be a part of the model. It can just be nearby. Yeah, that's probably an important step to do, especially if you want to have all the options. There is one night. Oh, okay. I want to buy 2 more armigers just to have the option to switch in some armigers. And there's one night I do want to buy, and it's the full range night. Because I don't have a good anti-tank gun in my knights list. I can do okay. I can do okay against tanks. My current list is better against infantry. Yeah, it doesn't have to be like for like playing or stuff like that. It's just for the photos. You're just doing it for the photo. As much as I do want some Horus Heresy Knights as well, I don't know if I will ever get any. I want to. I definitely want to just because I think they're cooler than current Knights. I can't remember if I like the sword or spear one a bit more. I think the sword one's cooler. But the spear is like the Lancer, and that's like one that's really good at killing tanks. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Grim. That is... Okay, I would buy Chaos Knights and use them in my Knight army list. The problem is they're more expensive than Imperial Knights. I think, like, Chaos Knights are officially $200 something, and regular Knights are $197? I think. How's it going, France? They only paid you for your PTO and that's it? Oh, no, well, see, I'm playing Imperial Knight. I'm not doing Chaos, so why would I do Chaos? Maybe I'm not understanding, but anyway, the main point is I am going to throw stuff on them either way. Actually, I'm in the painting stage. I'm not even... When I do my... I have one knight sitting in a box. No, I don't want to hear a funny number, because that's going to be a 5-digit number. Like, unless you have insurance and insurance can cover it, then it's not that bad, but eh. I mean, it is edgier, but I don't care about being edgy anymore. I mean, can I still be edgy? Yes, but that was high school me. I actually met a Chaos Knight player, and they moved over to Imperial Knight because Chaos Knights... I think he said their detachments and stuff kind of suck. I don't know if he said those words exactly, but he said, like, Imperial Knights just have some better stuff currently. Yeah, that's the stupid BS about insurance. It all has to be within network. That is... Ugh. I'm sorry to hear that, Graham. I know there's nothing I can do for you personally with it. All I can just do is I can give you a little pat on the back through the virtual space to be like, there. Stores because the price, but I'm looking forward to building painting. Oh yeah. Yeah, I am American and a Grim as well, I believe. Jesus Christ, France. No, I'm not doing anything with mouse cream. Now I'm curious what the Questor's Knight looks like. Don't mind me, I'm just going on a little side quest for myself. Questor's Knight. Oh yeah, wait, is it this one I want? Is that the full range build? No, it's not. I have like 5 Questor's Knights already. I just have none that don't have the... Okay, I don't have a plasma built one, and I feel like I need to build a plasma one. I bought all my knights pre-built. But I could magnetize them because I have one knight out of the box that I am going to magnetize. Now I am... Okay, I'm going on the Warhammer website. I know you guys are probably messaging me, but I'm going on a quest. Can I see the rest of, like... Oh, Armies of the Imperium. Imperial Knight. I want a Knight Desier, I think it's called. And then I also want a Knight Castellan. Those are the 2 that I need for a 40k list to be done. But I definitely want some of the 30k ones. God, it'd be funny if I ever bought the $710 Knight. Not worth it, but that would be funny. What freehand? Okay, so technically I'm done with one, but I'm actually going to re-go to it and finish it. Someone wanted me to do an earth theme tie-in that was like sky blue, green, and brown. So I did gradient on the colors, but now I feel like I need to freehand some stuff on it. So I'm probably gonna try making it look like a living mountain and have it like move around and stuff, like, or not move around, but looks like there's other little things painted on. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do yet. I think I have to like draw some stuff out for myself. Another one, a friend wants me to paint them in coral orange, bubblegum pink, and royal purple, and wants the like sigil stuff to be a unicorn. So I sent him an image of like an medieval looking unicorn, like heraldry symbol. He's like, I'm good with that. Yeah, I thought about also painting it kind of like a tree a little bit. Like, making the legs be the bark and stuff and all that. How's it going, Formula? Welcome to stream. So, I'm kind of thinking. And then, one other friend wants me to do black, red, and iridescent steel. So, like, whenever you, I don't know, see a knife that's, like, rainbow colored, he wants that. It goes well. The dog opened the door, and now I have to, like, keep cautious. It's going well. I got the Marines done with the speed paint. So I'm going to now move over to the ATV and do this. No, I don't think I will, coffee. Like, in my head, what I'm thinking is, like, lore-wise, is that the first knight I ever bought is painted by someone else. I'm not going to strip that or anything. Ooh, I'll have to check that in a moment there, Andy. Yeah. I find that annoying, always painting the same stuff over and over and over again. I mean, that's kind of what I've been doing with this stuff for the past couple streams. It's been nothing but, like, the same army, the same list, all that. Sounds like an interesting theme. I gotta shut the door because I can hear the background noise. I do have one more night, and I should reach out to another friend to see how it's painted, but I might also do it for myself. But I think I might not do that and wait, and when I build myself a knight, I'm going to completely customize that one and make that be my knight. That's my theme of a knight. I have never... Downside of Delve, so many Zerks. Also upside of Delves. Ooh. I'm gonna have to take a look and see what you are working on. Yes. The good old procrastination. I know that all too well. Probably should have done a different color than this green, but we're going to use it and find out how it works. Oh no, it works fine. I don't want this to be the edge highlight. I want this to... Actually, that's all good, I think. No, wait a minute. There we go. What causes some paints to rub off so quick and other ones not at all? I need this to just... Spite, that's what. Yeah, it is spiting me. Because I worked so hard on getting it to look so nice, and now it's like, I want to chip off. Actually, I'm going to pull out the sponge. Instead of the brush, I'm going to sponge on this green. I'm going to spite me. I'm going to do this as a spite. Not fully, but... It's most likely just like the oils on my hand is pulling off the paint, and that's what's causing it to do that. I wish it wouldn't. Well, good night, coffee. I hope the rest of your week goes well. Doop. Yeah, that works, I guess. No, I just wiped off all that green I put on earlier. I guess they'll have to work. It's not perfect. But it's better than what it was. Now I will move over to the edge highlighting color. Yeah. You guys ever start working on a project because you saw it in a dream? I know that sounds very odd. And it is, like, odd. I'll just say it. That is an odd thing to say and bring up. But I only started working on the nights again because I actually had a dream about work. About my nights. All I saw was this, like, giant knight that was old and neglected. And I started, like, again, this wasn't like a model. This was a full-size knight I was envisioning. And I was like, this needs love and care. I will take it upon myself to use this and fix it up. And the next day, which I think it was Wednesday, which is usually when I play Warhammer, I was like, we're going to put away the Space Marines and we're going to pull out the Knights. And then I went to the game store and I went away with a W with the Knights. So I feels like I should be running Knights a little bit more now. And I definitely want to. Because I think personally, out of all the things in the 40k universe, Imperial Knights are the coolest thing to me. I don't know if I'd go through the process of becoming a pilot for a knight, but I would definitely try. Like, if I was the first person to bond with a knight, then definitely. Thank you, Manny. Welcome to the stream and all that. Yeah, I am working on an odd color scheme, I'd say. This is a custom Space Marine chapter I'm working on. I call them the Executioners of the Abyss. And a lot of times I run them as Dark Angels. But this is the main color scheme. I gotta do the metallics on this guy. But I figured for the, in quote, Raven Wing side of it, I'm gonna make the vehicles be green. I don't really have a lot of things in my army or in general that I paint that is green. So, and it is one of my 3 favorite colors, and I figured I'm gonna do it that way. Nice. What color scheme are you going for with your Necrons? Because I got a couple Necron kill teams I definitely need to build. And I have a scheme in mind, but I'm always interested in hearing what other people want to do. And that is a thick line for an edge highlight, but you know what? We'll go with it. I do not edge highlight a lot, and I think it's showing in this model. YouTube is being weird. Like, YouTube does a weird thing where some of your guys' messages come in with, like, a Chinese character, and then, like, hello, and then it. And it's literally, like, cutting out you guys saying hi or hello. For some reason. I need to find if there's a way I can, like, stop that on my end. And it's only on my end. Like, it pops up on stream, but... You sound like you're talking to yourself to me. Maybe I am, but let's see. Menu says, I'm not sure yet. I got the codex from 2018 and decided you're going to do a John Blanche style with his paint set from Ari Painter. I'd like to say some more. Ooh, nice. Very nice. Oh, that's a fair point. How often does it sound like I am talking to myself? Probably quite a bit. Today more than usual. Awesome. The meat popsicle. That's a funny name. Oh, that's an... Oh, I'm just seeing the Votan list someone sent in. Is it a full Votan list? I'm seeing it looks like some chaos stuff in the back, but I can't tell. Damn, looks good. I mean, I'll fully admit, I probably will end up talking to myself half the time. Actually, I did find that's one of the ways I help process my own thoughts when I'm working on a project. It's either I can explain to someone, but it's better if I just, like, talk out loud and weirdly have a conversation with myself. I know most people say when you start responding to yourself in the conversations, you kind of go, you've gone crazy. Maybe I have, but I don't know. It helps me, like, process. Oh, that's good to hear, Manny. He said, I definitely need to stop buying more stuff, though I'm already looking at getting a Necromunda gang and got a game in the morning with some Pal... How do you pronounce that? Pal and Itties? Pal and Itties? I'm not sure how to pronounce that. English is not my first language, and it takes... Well, technically it is my first language, but gibberish is actually the native language. Oh, Palatine Enforcers. Okay. Do you mostly do Well, okay. What is your main army that you do, Manny? Like, what is your main bread and butter? I'm also kind of curious, like, and why did you pick it? Actually, I'll extend that as an open question to anyone. If anyone wants to throw in their own little answer, then go for it. I've got so many for Age of Sigmar. Oh, yeah, Age of Sigmar. Cities of Sigmar was a gift from your wife. 40k decide when deck runs. And looking at Corridor for Necromundas. Love the Zeal feel. Okay. Now I'm like going in my head. I'm trying to like think of all the models for City of Sigmar. I don't know them all. I know they got the most recent like model out, which was a castle. I think like a moving castle is one of their most recent models. It's definitely an army I want to try doing a Cities of Sigmar. I want to get into Sigmar in general, Age of Sigmar. Just haven't taken the jump in it for it yet. The Cog Fort. I said Space Marines are cool. Nothing, honestly, I can 100% on that. Space Marines are cool. Clownfish. To be honest, I like most of the armies excluding Guard. I just started with Marines. I don't have a bunch of money to start a second army. You don't need to start that second army for a while. Take your time and enjoy what you're working on in front of you. I fell into the trap of FOMO very quickly when I got into this hobby and bought way too much in the beginning. So take your time and enjoy the hobby. They're a lot of fun to play the Spearheads and some Steel Helm Martial Pontifex. And the Fleet Guilds, some of the rules are really good. I guess I'll have to look into it. I want to play the Seraphon when I do Sigmar because I have the Spearhead for it. I mean, it does look odd, I will admit, but it has a job in the list, and, okay. The macaron? Oh, the macaroni. The macaroni says, personally, I think the ATV looks like a McDonald's toy. And it definitely... It feels like a weird kid's Hot Wheel toy. I thought it looked weird and never thought I'd get one, but honestly, I like it. It's grown on me. It has a place in my list and is definitely something I like to use now. Although it hasn't survived in games very long. It's died like instantly 2 games in a row from just bad placement for me. Oh yeah, the 3-wheel bikes, right? Or, I guess the bikes with the sidecar. I mean, you can still technically use those. Those are a Legends model, which I'm not fully sure how Legends work. Let's move over to this side and give this a quick little... Manny says, yeah, they're fun. One rule I love is called into... Oh. Yeah, there are fun one rules I love is called... Oh, it's called Into Them, You Dogs. Is that the City of Sigmar one you're talking about, or is there a different one you're talking about now? My favorite... Ooh. City of Sigmar. Okay. That is an interesting rule. I like that rule. I don't know the rule, but I like the name of it. Favorite unit? It's definitely Blade Guard, but I think Hellblasters are a close second. And it's more just because the Hellblasters have done more in games for me. But the Blade Guard look like they're such a good model. I like anything that looks like a knight in just a knight in general. So like sword, shield, stuff like that. I'm a fantasy kid through and through. I'm not usually sci-fi. I don't know why I got into 40k as hard as I did. I think something just about the 40k universe is interesting to me. But using the Blade Guard, I almost have to have like a list with them in there. I don't know. That's kind of why I got pulled into Dark Angels. I really like that knight aesthetic. Actually, this weekend I'm going to Ren Fair, and I'm really excited about that. Oh, I feel bad for all Grey Knight players. They definitely should have an updated sculpt. And I feel like I've seen one guy who's been making like updated Grey Knight models, but he's been kit bashing like 3 to 5 kits together to make one model. And that's so expensive, but they look so good. What is Dragon Con? I don't know that. You've piqued my interest. I wish you luck in the cosplay attempt. Ah, okay. I gotta look into like more events that go on. I don't have the funds right now to check out this type of stuff, but I definitely should. I should make like a list of things I should go check out. I've been kind of craving going on another adventure. Okay. I think for now, I'm going to call that... I gotta do one more spot for edge highlighting, and then it'll be good for the ATV. If I had to pick, it would be Austria. I got a buddy that lives in Austria, and he's been offering, or he's been like saying I should come over visit him for like quite a few years now. But in general, I don't really have any particular places in mind. I just like to travel. I more like to do it with friends than I do like to do it solo. I think I gotta like sit and look around at some places and kind of fully decide where I want to go, because I want to go to Warhammer World. It's on my bucket list of places to check out, but I haven't been there yet. It is on the list. I think... like, if I visit the UK, there's more than just, like, Warhammer stuff I want to go see there. I have to plan that out. And I should do it with some friends, too. I'll probably do it with my buddy from Austria. His girlfriend's from the UK. I've seen photos of the massive dioramas and stuff like that. It looks like a really cool place. It really does. One day I will get a chance to see it. Ooh, I think next year I'd like to go to... I'm trying to think, like, what's the big Warhammer event that they do here in the US? Like, they live streamed what was going to be released for 11th and all that stuff. I want to call it Adepticon, but I don't think it's Adepticon. I think Adepticon's another thing I'm thinking of. But I want to go and check that out. There's another place I want to go see. Well, there's another event. It's a magic event I want to go check out. But some buddies went to it twice now this year. Not sure if I'll get to go or not. Oh, it was MagicCon. Yeah, it was MagicCon. That's what I'm thinking of. Done with the greens. Arc World? Okay, I'm gonna look it up right now. I'm gonna have to check that out later. I'm gonna have to pop and check that out definitely a bit later. Let's see. I should move over to metallics. That's what I gotta do. Silvers first? Yeah, we'll do the silvers first. Hold on a sec. Let's see. Well, I'm gonna need that one eventually, but we'll put that one there. And why do I own 3 plate metals? How did I get 3 of them? Oh, did I steal my buddy's one? I probably did. I didn't realize it. Where is... I was just surprised. I'm like, I know I have 2. Why do I have 3 all of a sudden? With that. Okay. We are going to start with the gunmetal because that will be the one that gets used the most. Hey Hannibal, how's it going? I hope you're doing well this evening. Oh, it's unlikely, but it'd be nice if I did finish this tonight. That'd be really nice. I'm doing good. Just sitting here chilling, painting. Sounding crazy to everyone in chat, apparently. Because I was told by Clownfish, I sound like I'm talking to myself quite a bit. Which I don't think he's wrong. Or they. I don't think they're wrong. Okay. I mean, it probably would help Clownfish if I did say everyone's name. Okay. I do appreciate that, Clownfish. Thank you for stating that. It's just while I'm on here, in general, I do try to say they, just in general. I don't want to assume, because assuming makes an ass out of you and me. Mostly just me. Oh, that's cool, Hannibal. So Hannibal just said, I got a new job working with teens and kids, building stuff and playing ping pong. How do you call it? A social worker? Yeah, that will qualify me for vocational training. I think that's social worker or an aide. I don't know fully. I do know. I mean, I know for myself, I had a teacher aide quite a bit, like someone that would help me through classes and stuff like that. Or there was some people that worked with struggling kids that need help. So, yeah, I'd say a social worker is really good. Oh, that's cool. Do you get to work on your own stuff there, Hannibal, or no? Nice. So Hannibal said that he has a workshop now, a big one, sharing it with 6 other artists. You're paying $100 a month for it? I mean, if you make enough and all your bills are covered, then yeah, you know what? Hannibal, that is fine. You don't need to, like, explain to me why you're not here or not. You are a human being. You have your own life. I think I try to say this every once in a while. We're all humans. We all have life and everything. I'm not forcing you guys at gunpoint to be here. You got a life. Go live it. Actually, that's advice I should take for myself. And then Minnie says, I'd love to work for Warhammer, especially my main shop. The workers there are great. Clownfish, are we though? Yes, you are. Some of the people here might try to force you to be here. I'm not forcing you to be here. I will always, for a fact, downplay my own achievements on this channel or anything I have going on. I know you guys a couple times, this is going back on like the last stream, have like said like, oh hey, you reached like this much, and I don't try to pay attention to that stuff. One, I don't want to go to my head, but also it's just a number. We're all just here to hang out. I don't need to get caught up in the grind and the numbers of it. It's so yeah, if you're here, you're here. If you're not, you're not. Hannibal says, but I want to be here. Well, I'm glad you want to be here. That is, like, it is your choice. Streaming wise, over a year or just about a year. In general, over 2 years. I'm still relatively new. I just experienced my like first edition change. So I got in like a year and a half before 10th edition changed. And had a lot going on personally, like a lot of stuff happened. Which then I just kind of focused more getting into Warhammer than I probably should have. But yeah, but now I'm finally, after like 2 years, pulling myself back and be like, slow down. It's okay not to buy every new thing. It's okay not to do this and that. You have other things you gotta pay. Hannibal said, and by the way, what's up with chat last stream? Oh, I have no idea. I think like the I want to call them Gen Z, but I don't think they are. I think they're Gen Alpha or whatever. All the younger people in chat were just trying to make some sort of... Yeah, that. What Ando said. There's one of the perpetrators right there. I don't know what it was on about. It was just, I'm looking at as kids being kids. Because I wasn't paying attention to chat. I was hanging out with friends, chatting and all that stuff. I don't know. I tried looking it up. The only thing I found was some sort of alcoholic drink. So I think it's just some sort of like bandwagon thing they started doing. It's weird now being at the point that I don't understand memes anymore from the newer generation. I have officially hit old status. I mean, I shouldn't be. I'm only 28, but eh. One-time thing. It's never a one-time thing with you guys, though. I know it. I feel so old seeing when I got into Warhammer. When did you get into Warhammer, Manny? Nothing wrong with that, Clownfish. Clownfish said, I feel like I left too early. And nothing wrong with it. There really was not a lot happening. Project Zomboid is not a, like, highly entertaining game. I'm trying to think on, like, how the best way to describe it. It is, you make your own story, but you're gonna sit and pretend... You're pretending to be a zombie survivalist. You're trying to be a survivor in a zombie game. And it's a realistic zombie game. So, like, you gotta manage your food, your water. And then when you're not playing multiplayer, you gotta manage your sleep, your vitamins. Like, it's an intensely real game. One of my friends really enjoyed playing it. I can play it for, like... I'm a very big 2-week phase person. So I have to space out a lot of games I play quite a bit. Manny says, 2012, me and my dad got the Nemesis box set. Still got the miniatures and the book. It had Dark Angels and the Crimson Slaughter. But I was really young then, but loved the minis, and now it's changed a lot. Ooh. What if I did paint it up as red? Yeah. Okay. Actually, we're going to set that to the side. I'm going to move over to here. I mean, that's a good thing to feel very young. I think on average, most people that watch this channel are between the ages of 25 and 45. Still walking on it. Still haven't gone to the doctors. Yeah. I looked into how much I looked into how much the surgery for if I have it would cost. And it's way more than what I can afford, so I will keep being an American and not getting it checked. Goddamn, do I love the American healthcare system. So 14, okay, so Minnie says 14 years and probably playing one of the first Kill Team box with Krieg. Ooh. Actually, I got into Kill Team when they just got rid of the, like, I bought the Death Corps of Krieg Kill Team, and then, like, 2 weeks later, they got rid of the box, and they changed over to the new edition of Kill Team, like, another couple months after that. I was so confused. I'm like, hey, where's this Kill Team? Why is it not in the stores anymore? And it was because they were going to come out with a whole Krieg army, which now I got a guard army at some point I need to paint up. Which on top of that, they pulled the Baneblade off the GW website, which either means they're going to move it to Legends, which I don't like the idea of, or they're going to sell they're not going to sell it as a multi-part kit. They're going to sell different models with different bits in it, which I don't like either. I hope they don't. I got a Baneblade sitting in the box, and I bought it for my guard army because I want to use it in my army. It is the only tank in the entire guard list that I actually like the look of. Maybe. Ando just asked, Baneblade stream, ? And I'm giving him a solid maybe. I'd rather see the Baneblade still, like, be on the table because it's a cool model. I would definitely put it... Honestly, I'd run 2 Baneblades. I played against a Baneblade. It's terrifying. But also not at the same time. It's kind of like... Maybe it's better than nothing. Yes, it is always better than nothing. If we hit 500, I have been thinking about what to do when I hit 500. Because for me, that is a large number. Good night, Hannibal. Enjoy the rest of your evening. You know what I kind of want to do? I kind of want to do... okay, I want to build a Baneblade and then just have nothing but knights with the Baneblade. Like, that's the army list I want to make and run. 1 Baneblade and 6 knights. Is that why you have a disdain for Guard? Because they play Guard? I don't blame you. I played against a Guard player with my Knights not too long ago. Actually, I think it was last weekend. Yeah, because I sent it in the Discord. I won that game, but I still feel bad because we didn't play his turn 4. I literally went to him like, hey, I hate to do this. I gotta go home. I got a 45-minute drive home. I should have stayed and played his turn 4. He would have bumped up like and won, and then turn 5 would have been our really deciding turn. But anyway, it took a lot for me to take out his knight models and everything. Or not his knight, his tank models. I lost 2 big knights and 4 armigers during that game. My whole knight list was 5 knights, 2 armigers, and a squad of Sisters of Battle. I think I should have pulled the Sisters of Battle. I left the Sisters of Battle sitting on home objective the entire game. I should have like switched the Sisters for a knight to sit there. Corn on the Cob is my favorite. That's the answer, Ando. The rest can counter anything you throw at it. I think so. I think I did. I think he had 2 Lehman Russes, and they had this big scary cannon, and then he had like plasma shots with it. Corn on the Cob. Why? Because I like corn on the cob. I think it's delicious. Yeah. I think that's kind of what I think, yeah, he did use the Vanquisher one. I think it was fun either way, playing against it. No, but I want to. They look so good. So, Andy said, have you ever had corn ribs? Which, for those that don't know, it is taking corn on the cob and cutting it so it still is kind of on the stem in the middle, but not really. And then you, I think, either you put it on the grill and barbecue it that way, or you deep fry it and then add a bunch of seasoning on top of it, and it looks so good. I should take the time and make some. You know what I've been craving a little bit for a few days? Baked beans and hot dogs. But I don't want to use hot dogs. I want to go get like spicy Italian sausage and like sweet Italian sausage. Cook them up and throw them in some baked beans. And it's because I've been seeing this clip of an old Western movie where a guy walks up to or sits at a table. And then the other guy walks up and is like, "You want a plate of beans?" And he's like, "Yes." And he puts beans on a plate. And then he's like, "No, leave the pan." So the guy leaves the entire pan. And then he's eating an entire cast iron pan of baked beans with bread. And it looks so good. My mouth is watering right now because of it. And I want to have that so bad right now. What's up, sweetie? Yeah, welcome back from vacation. I hope you had a good time. I want some Parmesan cheese, maybe a little bit of mozzarella on top. Yeah. That sounds so good, Minnie. The place you went to had too many fish. Is that a bad... Well, I guess if you don't like fish or if you don't like fishing, that's a bad thing. But for me, I'm okay with that. Oh, that sounds good. I want to go... Well, you probably went somewhere coastal and their main thing is fishing, so I'd assume that's what they have on the menu. I believe it. Oh, were you up in like the Canadian Great Lakes or yeah. Dude, the Great Lakes are astonishingly large. I've seen them once and I never realized how big it was until that until seeing it. I saw one of them. I think it was Lake Champlain I went to. And I was astonished how big it was. It is... Like, I could not see the other side. I mean, they are... Well, no, the ocean's larger, so they are technically a sea. They're a freshwater sea. It kind of is a little bit of a mind cluster. Actually, one of my favorite Facebook photos I have is was my profile picture for a while of me at the Great Lakes. But we had a weird little optical illusion where there was one spot you stand and the camera blacked out your silhouette, but everywhere around you was completely bright. We don't know why that happened. I think it was some sort of lighting thing, but it was my profile picture for like a long time. Oh man, you mentioned fish and chips, and now I kind of want to get some fish and chips at some point. You just remember the movie about the beans? Yeah! I haven't seen that movie, but now I feel like I need to see it. I like a good old Western. Western movies are good. There's a Western TV show I want to watch. It's not a modern one, it's an older one. I want to see it. They Call Me Trinity. Ooh, yeah. Okay. I'll definitely look it up. Definitely gonna look it up. Let's do... I'll pull out the Grim Black. I'll give it a quick clean. Ah, you missed it. Well, you came in midway, Swiggity. I was talking about a food craving I've had. And that's like baked beans with sausage. And I definitely have been craving it for a bit. Oh, Many. You don't have to answer this if you're not comfortable with, but I want to ask. Are you from the UK? With a couple things that you've said, I'm assuming you are in the UK. And the only reason why I say it is because I wanted to bring up, I understand why you guys like your beans on toast. It is surprisingly really good. Black pudding is really good, and beans on toast is surprisingly good. I can say I'm a #1 fan of those foods, and I feel like we should do more like beans in breakfast food. I know that sounds weird, like as an American thing, but yeah. It works. I think it just works really well. Also, I wish here in the US we had black pudding. I don't know where I could get it. I'm not going to spend my time making it. Oh, they're so good. I've had both. Both are really good. Funny enough, that's actually where I tried like an English breakfast for the first time, was in Ireland. That's another country I want to visit again. I want to visit Ireland again. I've been twice. I definitely want to go back. I got a buddy who lives there, and I think I think about it from time to time. I don't want to be in Dublin again. Dublin, it's nice to visit, but last time I was there, it was a lot of trash and stuff everywhere. The countryside is definitely way more pretty. I will always say no, but I want to go to Scotland. Another friend of mine has family in Scotland, and he actually went there and visited them. And I want to talk to him about going there at some point. He's married now, so it might be a little bit harder. But I can definitely talk to him and see about it. gotta, like, plan that out. Okay, we're good. Get this back up and going. Oh, that's cool. So, many just said, I would visit Edinburgh. There's a place where people would get married on an anvil back when people wouldn't approve of the marriage. So a blacksmith would do it, and they'd still do it to this day. That's really cool. I like that a lot because I'm actually into blacksmithing, and that's a neat little bit of history that I didn't know. Ooh. Oh wait, I just read up. Andy said, Ireland's awesome. I did my archaeological field school there. That's really cool. Now I want to pick your brain about archaeology. Did you make a nail? Did you? Okay, so Sweetie asked, speaking of blacksmithing, guess what I made? I'm guessing you made a nail. Oh, that's cool. So Sweetie said, a knife. I forged a bushwhacker. I have to get it delivered in 2 days because of TSA. That's really cool. Oh. You make me, like, think back on some of my memories and all that stuff. I remember when I first got into blacksmithing when I was like 13, and that's like all what I wanted to make was knives and swords and all that. If you do find that really cool, Swiggity, look at like little blacksmith classes or people that teach classes in your area and just like learn the basics, because if you want to try it, the skills that you can learn from regular blacksmithing would transfer over into knife making. But that is fully up to you. I'm just giving my 2 cents on what I saw. Oh, nice! I think you did mention that before. That's really cool, Sweetie. Sweetie said, that's how I made the knife. I took a class on knife making. The dude there was a 2-time winner on Forging Fire. And then Minnie says, I was going to look into blacksmithing because of your old sport. Oh, what old sport involved blacksmithing? Ah, Brewhurt. Yes, I want to get into that as well. There is a group that's an hour of what... Okay, there's a group an hour away from me that meets up every Sunday, and they do an open practice. I've wanted to go for like 2 or 3 years now. I've never taken the time to do it. The cool thing is that the Ren Fair I'm going to, they've done demonstrations there the past couple years. So it's always really cool getting to talk to those guys. I actually tried on some of their equipment. It's heavy, but it's nothing that I know I couldn't handle. Oh, I'm sure it hurts a lot. Yeah, time is a big thing, Many. Yeah, it's gonna hurt, but they make sure you wear enough padding and enough protection that you won't really get hurt. Actually, I'm trying to remember if I got hit or not when I tried on the armor. Probably not. Yeah. I do own a gambeson for that stuff. So I really should look into doing it. I really should. I think I want to, on my own, like, do the proper training and, like, work out for it. Just to meet... To drive an hour every Sunday... I mean, I could do it. I would do it. Okay, I do want to do this in the... Where my fingers are in the metallic, but I want to do that in red. Actually... Can I just do... Yeah, I can do that. I'm not... Okay. I do want to say, I'm not trying to sound like I'm disagreeing with you, Many, at all about it hurting. I'm just so excited that I want to try. I probably would hurt myself more. I do have a bad ankle now, but I kind of want to say screw it and just do it. Yes. One of the main things they like post in the practice is wear a cup. Like bring a cup, wear it, all that. So I think I gotta buy a new one for myself. I gotta find a sporting store to get one at. Because I don't know where mine is. I haven't worn one since high school. Okay, now I'm curious on why you weren't allowed to. Unless there's some sort of like big medical reason, I wouldn't see why you shouldn't be able to do a sport. I mean, if it's about getting hurt, I can recommend, like... I mean... Yeah, playing any sport. Not even sports. You can get a concussion from doing, like, anything. Ah, okay. And your parents don't want you to deal with that as well. I mean, if you really want to do a sport, do a sport. That's what I'm going to say. I'd recommend lacrosse. That's what I played, like, my senior year of high school. I played goalie, so I didn't really have to worry about concussions and all that stuff, but... That is another, like, physical sport. But I just sit down and talk to your parents and be like, yo, I really want to do a sport. Nah, man, sweetie, if you really want to do one and you think you'd have a lot of fun with it, try it. I mean, yeah, you might want to do, like, football, wrestling, all that stuff. There are other physical sports you can do to get out and, like, enjoy yourself with. Like, soccer is a big one, or football for, all of you overseas. You can do, I'm trying to think of, you can do ultimate frisbee. That's another one. Like, there's so many different sports out there. And you can make some amazing friends. Okay, Clownfish. Enjoy the rest of your evening, buddy. I couldn't agree on if you should do football or not. Yeah, that can be tough. Also, I really shouldn't weigh in on anything. Yeah, Manny is very correct. He said, I'd say do what makes you happy and benefits your health and your happiness. That is... Yeah. And I don't know your situation and all that stuff. I know Andy said something. I'm not going to touch on it. But if you are just living with one parent, that's the main, like, guardian and stuff that you got to talk to and tell, like, hey, I want to do this. If they want to bring it up to the other parent, fine. If it's more which I'm going to guess your mom that would be against it because of her own injuries. Just because she suffered injury doesn't mean you will. But at the same time, she is your, or they are your parents. They want to do what is the best for you. At least, hopefully they try to do what is the best for you. Okay. So we're done with that one. I can shake this up a little bit more. It doesn't need to be so liquidy. I'm trying to picture someone actually forging out a golf club. You can do it. I'm curious what the weight, like, aren't those like really heavily weighted? Like, they try to make them be certain weights? I don't know. Ando says, for a second I thought I was soft blocked myself in Half-Life 1. And then Andy said, responding to me talking about the golf clubs, I can't imagine it being practical, LOL, but it would be hilarious. It would be. I mean, showing up to, like, the golf course, everyone looking at me like, where'd you get that club? Like, I made it myself, and then just hitting a hole-in-one. That's an anime waiting to happen. Oh, very much so. It is very expensive. I'm not into golf. I actually prefer disc golf more. But even that is still expensive. Actually, I should pick it up at some point again. I haven't in a while. Yeah. I fully agree with that, Manny. He said there's a lot of sports I'd like to do, need to do more to keep my mind busy. Um, I like Minnie's suggestion as well. He said I'd say do an undersuit of winter colors, and then the armor is winter camo. If I remember correctly, they're the like space cops of 40K, right? Mostly their armor is black with the no. I think I need to look them up, don't I? I think I need to look them up. 1 second. Oh, the guard do with jetpacks. Yeah, I'm gonna quickly look them up. Oh! That's what they look like. Random thought, and you guys can agree or disagree with me with this. You could look up parachute jumpers from World War II and base them off that, or see if there's any like winter themed parachute jumpers. I don't think there are, but I really don't know. More thinking of them as heavy armor dudes. Well, I think that's their main thing, is they're meant to be like paratroopers. I don't know their like actual rules in the guard. Like in a proper guard army. I'd assume they have the deep strike rule. I mean, then they are kind of like a special unit. Excuse me. I'm gonna look at the rules real quick. No, I don't want to see the kill team. I just want to see. Oh yeah, they do have a 4-up save. And they move 6 inches. Okay, they're deep strike. Instead of, they can perform a precision drop. If it does, this unit can set up anywhere on the battlefield more than 6 inches away from an enemy unit, but they're not able to declare a charge. And the servo sentry, it can be, has the benefit of the deep strike as well. Huh. Not fully sure. Yeah, I heard they nerfed Yarick pretty bad. Like, well, he's now a bad model to use. Kind of sucks. Like, was he? Yeah, he was nerfed before he was even released. Which, that's tough. That's really tough. I mean, a 4-up save is good, Swiggity. Yeah, for guard that normally has a 6-up save, but that's your only unit. And a lot of things do like AP1 or AP2. So you're going to be saving a lot of 5-ups? I'd use them more as like, if you can deep strike them into a spot in your opponent's home field, or trying to score you a couple extra points. I'm not fully sure. He was supposed to be dead by decided he was supposed to be dead, but decided to randomly bring him back, plus he would be like over 100 years old for a normal human. Oh, so disposition is what stratagems, like what is your okay. So, like, in the guard book, there's different detachments. That's what I'm looking for. Isn't there, like, a detachment made for them? I think the last metallic I have is my cobalt. Okay. Hmm. I don't know guard that well. I feel like someone else should speak on it than me. But my thought is, like, if you're taking a 1 point thing and it's for that one unit, then I'd like to keep that unit around as long as possible to benefit from that. What if you keep him with the deep strike, but use it as a... The thing is, like, they have a jump pack, so I feel like they should have a bigger movement range than what they do, but they don't from their, like, data... Yeah, from their data sheet. Maybe try to use them like a scalpel than anything else? Yeah, I haven't seen many people use it, so I don't really know. I mean, for like a tanky infantry model, I've seen people take Ogren and give like a commissar an upgrade so that he can be attached to Ogren. Because I think the Ogren have a... Do they have a 4-up or do they have a Feel No Pain? I do not know. Okay, they do have a Feel No Pain. Okay. I mean, we're talking about units here. The thing is, like, if you want to use something, use it. You're not going to play in tournaments or anything like that. You don't need to chase the meta. Just play to have fun. And yeah, we'll go with that. So now it's you. You gotta... Oh yeah, I gotta do your Aquila. Point blank barrage, which improves the armor penetration by 1. Is that for the Ratlings? Ah, the Ogren, okay. The rules might have changed compared to what you're seeing. One piece. Infiltrator and stealth. Shoot sharp. Scrapper. In the shooting phase, after it's a shot and it's not within engagement range of any enemy units, it can make a normal move as if it was their movement phase. If it does, until the end of the turn, this unit is not eligible to declare a charge. Work your options. Rattling, Battle Mutt. Once per battle, when this unit is selected to shoot, you can use this ability. If it does until the end of the phase, ranged weapons equipped by this model have the lethal hits ability. Okay. And you're either gonna take a strength 9 minus 3 AP D6 damage, or a strength 4 minus 2 damage. That's either heavy or precision. And I think for, like, from the way it looks, you're gonna want to take him in a unit of 10. So even though, yes, you can take 5 for 60 points, you're gonna want to take 10 to get the other buffs. Oh, you're looking at something else. Yeah, it is good. Yeah, because killing the characters and all that stuff. Maybe it's the unit of 10 that is why most people don't take them, because to fit like a whole 10-man squad somewhere of like little dudes can be tough. But I don't know. Okay. So, Many says, also wanted to ask, do you have other armies from other settings? And what are you most... Oh, what are your most and least favorite? So, the only, like, tabletop games I play is Warhammer. I'm heavily into 40k, but I do have some plans to get into Sigmar. If you want a whole list of armies I have, and I will say armies lightly, I will certainly give you that list. I haven't played every single army I have yet, because a lot of them are still sitting in boxes being wait to build. I at least have 1,000 points in 4 armies. I know one of them I have at least 3,000 points in. Actually, 2 of them, maybe? Seraphon's the big one. That's the Lizardmen from Age of Sigmar. And I'd like to get into Chaos Undivided for Sigmar. That's the Slaves of Darkness, I believe is what they're called. I'd like to try one of the Undead Vampire Legions at some point. And the... I want to call them Thunder Warriors, but they're not Thunder Warriors. The Stormcast. I'd like to get in the Stormcast. So those are the 4 I want to do. Seraphon, I have the most models for an army. Because besides the Spearhead, and I mean the old Spearhead, not the new one that's got the Dimorphodon, or not Dimorphodon. I have the old one that has the T-Rex model in it. I also have I think no, it's not. Do I have a Stegodon? No, it's not Stegodon. It's the Ankylosaurus looking guy. I have a unit of their raptors. I have their character on a raptor. I don't know if I have any questions currently at the moment. I really should sit down and just like finish the Spearhead. It's been like over a year and a half, maybe like a year and 3/4 since I've owned this Spearhead, and it's been sitting unfinished. But I do always have a lot of other projects ahead of me that I need to get done. So it's tough to be like, yeah, I'll get into this, because I have to dedicate like a lot of time to finish that, but I really should. I don't have the Spearhead for Slaves of Darkness, but I have like a few separate models. I have 2 units of the regular warriors. I then have I don't know, like I know nothing about how to play them or anything like that. I bought them because I like dinosaurs and I like lizards, and I don't have any idea. Like, when I say I'm heavily into 40k, like 40k is the main thing. I have 6 or 7 armies of 40k. So it is hard to switch into another one. I don't know. I honestly cannot answer. Okay, Grim comes and says, "Sir, the phrase is, I got the tism." No, I do not have... I've not been tested, so I'll say no, I do not have the tism. I have a problem with buying stuff. I'd get a heavy dopamine rush every time I'd buy a model. So I'd keep buying more and more models. You're into Warhammer, we all got it. Maybe. It's practically a requirement. Oh my lord. I'm kind of curious on how true that is. I had a idea in my head. Honestly, okay, I think what I should do is I should grab a couple of my friends. What? Are you talking about Mouse that's sitting beside me on stream? I have myself, which is the little guy that bounces up and down. See? Yeah, right there. And then I have our little mascot guy. His name's Mouse. Long story short on... Sigmar. It's true, the Skaven North thing. Long story short on why I have a lizard and why I have a lizard and a mouse. One of my favorite D&D characters I ever played was a lizard that was a wizard. Actually, yeah, he was a lizard wizard ranger, and he had the urchin background, so he had a pet mouse. His main goal was to reach level 20, get the wish spell, and wish away all humans in the entire world. That's it. Ando, be quiet. I will speak about what I want on this channel. I did see your dog mascot. Yeah. You know what? I should stream one of these days, and I should do one just for Ando, where I don't say anything, and it's just me painting and music. Nothing else is said. She looks like a good doggo. She deserves all the head pats. Never gonna happen? What, the whole I won't talk the entire stream? I mean, I can talk to myself. I'll just mute myself the entire time. Oh yeah, the lizard had a very creative name too. His name was Sap, and the mouse's name was Mouse. He eventually got an owl familiar that I named Owl. I know, very, very, very creative with the names here. Consume all the biomass. You're gonna get him started. Actually, that is another 40k army I have. I have 1,000 points in Tyranids that I gotta build at some point. That is my only Xenos... Well, no. I have 2 Necron kill teams. But that's, I think, all I'm gonna get for Necrons. Tyranids are on the list of what I want to get done. Tyranids are fun. I've played against Tyranids. I've seen stuff on Tyranids. I want to build my Tyranids. I think once I'm done with the Space Marines and the Knights, we're gonna move over to Tyranids. Oh yeah, something I was gonna say earlier. I feel like I need to take a weekend and grab some friends and be like, yo, I need your guys' help on a project. And we just spent a whole weekend building my Warhammer armies. No, I have not. Sounds like a very interesting band. Okay, I'm gonna do one last thing. I mean, yes, everyone I've met usually does start with Space Marines, but that's because they are on the front page of everything. Like, my first army was Space Marines as well, so I am in that camp of starting with Space Marines. But I think from there, you can quickly branch off into, like, so many different things. Like, after reading about Space Marines for a bit, I'm like, I want to learn about the Tyranids. So I started, like, trying to find books that involve the Tyranids. Actually, no, it started with Caiaphas Cain. I read into Guard, so I started reading a bunch of Guard books. And then I started to read the Caiaphas Cain series. How's it going, Lord Marshall? Welcome to stream! My name is Swamp, and I am sitting here painting up models for my 2,000 point list. I'm doing a custom Space Marine chapter. If you already have Necron models, I'd say stick with Necrons, but if you don't have any of them, do whichever one you think is better. Yeah. Okay, let's put this guy together, and I think I'm pretty... what Tyranid model did you see that made you like the Tyranids many? We'll throw this one on because this is the most complete. I gotta do the eyes on the Marines, but it's getting... Well, it's hit 10 o'clock, and that's usually my time I call it. I do apologize for those that are new here, but I will spend like a little bit just chatting with you guys and going from there. Thank you. I'm like, I mean, if I didn't call it now, I think I could call this mini finished by like tonight. No, I'm not painting Ultramarines. Even though I am doing blue, this is my custom Space Marine chapter. Their main color scheme is blue, orange for the little... Here, I'll grab this guy. Orange for the little round parts and one of the shoulder pads, black for a shoulder pad and the backpack, and green for the eyes. But yeah, it is a custom Space Marine chapter that I call the Executioners of the Abyss. We're made of 4 different gene seeds, just my 4 favorite legions. I'm not going to get into much more than that. But normally I run them as Dark Angels. So I have a scheme for my first company. I have now a scheme for what would be my Raven Wing. So yeah. Someone said Norn Emissary. I'm going to quickly grab one. This isn't the first Tyranid model I ever built, but it is the first one I have fully painted. This is my Norn Emissary. I can't fit it properly in this setup anymore. I painted this, actually, there's a couple streams of me painting this one. Ando, go to the corner. Timeout corner for Ando. We're just messing around, trying to come up with a scheme for it. I'm probably going to tweak the scheme and all that stuff. Not all of them. A few of them are. This one is, to compare it to the ATV, they are. I bought this before the price hike. I actually have another one sitting in storage that I can build. Yeah. So it is expensive. It's over $100, I think, now to get it. So it's definitely not worth it. I have a Death Leaper. I need to finish getting the guy to his base and then painting and priming him. The Death Leaper is really cool. I have all 4 Lictors, actually. I have Death Leaper. Is there 4? Death Leaper, Lictor, and then Neural Lictor. Yeah. So I have all 3 of those. I have... The Lictor is the last one I gotta build. And then... I'm trying to think what else. What else do I have? But, Anyway, with that also being said, I should probably... Tyranids have been fun. Yeah! I have 2 Biovores that I gotta build at some point. That's the only, like, tank bug I really have is the Biovore. I think I do want to get more. I want to get a Carnifex. I wish a Carnifex... I was so confused for a while if a Carnifex came in a 1 unit or a 2 unit. It's a 1 unit, so it's already, like, not worth it to get it in my mind. Because of the price before the price hike. Was not worth it. But I do still want to get one. I'm going to keep my eye out for getting one a bit cheaper. If I get a chance to do one. But anyway... I am gonna call it here. I hope y'all enjoyed the stream. If you want to see more, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. I try to stream at least 3 days a week, starting at 7 p.m. EST, going until about 10 p.m. EST. If you want to be more part of the community and chat with myself and other awesome people here from the community, I do have a Discord. It is completely free to join. It's not just a Warhammer Discord. It's any hobby that you're into, because it's not just Warhammer I'm into. I eventually want to do cosplay, blacksmithing, carpentry, other stuff here on the channel. I just got to get around to doing it. But if there's any sort of hobby that you're into, and like crafting, and you want to share and you want to talk about it, I want to hear about it. Come into Discord and share it with us. I want to hear about it. Also, if you want to support the channel a bit more monetarily, I do have a Ko-Fi/Coffee account you can donate to. Everything you donate goes straight into the channel. I will definitely check that out. I will check that out, Melly. Thank you. Yeah, everything you donate goes right back to the channel for getting supplies, hiring an editor for videos, all that stuff. But with that all said, you don't have to do any of that. Just having you here, being a part of the community, or just lurking and hanging out is more than enough. I get on here to be a silly little goober. Sometimes it's entertaining, sometimes it's not. But with that all being said, I want you to go out there and make something awesome. I know you will.